Right, I'll dart up like a ninja.
With the rope or without the rope?
With the rope.
Just run up the wall.
I don't have wall walk yet.
Give me a second. Why don't you guys roll for climb? 1d20 plus your climb modifier. Whoever has the just whoever rolls. Everyone can roll.
Wouldn't go. I would have thought climb would be without the rope. Wait, is Suzu scared of heights? Who's scared of heights? Someone's
I
scared
am.
of heights.
I am.
I don't know that in character.
Is
Lanio-
Stape AFK right now?
Yeah, she just burped, I think.
Okay, then I will...
Lanio... Oh,
No, I'll just wait to for my response until she gets back.
okay. Lanio will ask Suzu if she has any idea if there would be like a different entrance or anything like that.
Well, that's what I was asking Stape.
Oh, okay.
I'll ask her again with more sort of.
I know that Suzu is a kitsune and not a cat grill, but I just imagined her like licking her hand or something. It was very weird.
She's probably just like waiting right outside the gate, sitting there like eating leftover scorpion or whatever. Stape, when I said
Yes.
when I asked if Suzu would know the different way, and I meant like, are there any other entrances into the?
Oh. Suzu is not really familiar with this particular city, so she wouldn't know.
Right, does it look like Suzu's not planning on coming up, or is she just giving a grappling hook to Liana to throw?
She gave it to me to throw, and eventually we all got our grappling hooks to the top. And
But I'm asking, like, the way Suzu's handed over the grappling hook is talking about opening the gate, I'm asking, is she planning on coming up?
Probably not.
Okay, well then I'm going to suggest that Suzu, like,
She's not going into a place they're just gonna be sort of locked into in a closed area.
Right, I'm gonna say to her then, do you want to have a look around the edges, see if there's any other ways in? Like, there's got to be more than one way into the fucking city.
She'll salute the aye, Captain.
Is she gonna go by herself?
Well, everyone went up on the wall, I guess. So yeah.
Well, I haven't rolled for climb yet, so I'm not. Are we just going with?
Sure, hang on. Why don't?
Up to you.
Is it climb or acrobatics since we have the rope?
Climb.
Okay then.
Shit.
I have
Why
no
don't you guys
modifier.
hang on, guys? Why don't you tell me who had the highest roll?
Oh, we
haven't
only
rolled.
have one roll.
The only one who's rolled.
Let me roll.
Okay, hang on. Okay,
We're all just sort of standing at the bottom of the wall, like ready to climb, but haven't started.
We're all holding the rope.
Oh
God!
Whoa!
Ooh.
You just run up the wall.
The one that
Liana
has.
just
She's so scared of the idea of being at the height that she just bolts up the wall so she doesn't have to look down. Just fuck it.
Yeah. Liana, gulping because of how tall the walls are, reminding her of the unfortunate time she had to shift in a crow's nest, just quickly runs, takes the rope, and just like climbs up as quickly as she can, and just when she reaches the top, she just kind of stands there, breathing a little hard, and is like, okay,
Alright, so
and starts looking for a possible way to open up the gates from the top.
okay. So Aegon chooses to go with Suzuko. Alright, hang on, give me a second. So Liana manages to make her way up. Miraz also manages to slowly, sort of using his strength, to slowly pull himself up with all his might. He manages to sort of climb over the little precipice of the wall and fall flat onto usually where the guards walk and roam. What Glant was your roll? A solid 17?
Yeah. I don't have a strength bonus.
Curious 10. Okay, Liana and Jules both try to climb up. However, as they Laniel and Jules both try to climb up. Jules, as soon as she gets sort of her grip onto the rope, starts climbing up. She slowly finds herself slipping down again. She tries again, and she just falls flat on her butt. Just
I want to keep trying. I'm just going to take 20 on this if I have to.
Christ, okay. And
So
then
it takes me like 5-10 minutes, but I get up onto the wall and then stuff the grappling hook into my bag.
And leave me on the ground alone.
Laniel, you also don't make it. You kind of make it up maybe 3/4 of the way, but then you find that your arms start to get tired, and you're kind of you try with all your might to hang on, but you just slowly find yourself slipping down and down and down and down until you're back onto the ground. Aegon and Suzuko, you're both sort of skirting around the outside, looking for another possible entrance, but you see that the wall is like solid, very, very solid, and it's very sort of regimented and consistent throughout. And so far, you see from where you're standing near the gates, you see that there's no real entry point. For Miras and Liana, you're both up on the top. As you look over onto the inside of the city, you find that it's absolutely quiet. It's dead quiet. There's nobody roaming the streets. The town is quite deserted. And as you look down, straight down, Liana is sort of petrified, so she kind of closes her eyes and rears back a bit, clenching, holding onto the wall for dear life. But Miras, you look down, you see that there's a little bit of a guard post near the bottom of the wall, and you assume that may be that could be where you could open the gate. You see a little bit of this there.
I turn around to where the party is standing still down there. This looks pretty much like a ghost town, but I think I could open up the gates from the inside.
Like now, I mean, like we're gonna make it up, but
you're still scrambling, right? Like I'm just
racing now.
Just sweating.
Well, with me, it's more a light breeze hits me, and I just don't have the body weight to fight it.
You just go sailing away.
Liana looks over to Miroslav and pulls out the grappling hook she used and asks him which one of us should go down there to open up the gate.
I yell up, both of you, you idiots! No one goes alone.
Well, did you hear it?
Roll perception.
Roll sense motive.
Roll perception.
I heard it.
Oh yeah, you heard it. You heard the faintest whisper of Rihanna's voice. Like, should we? Who goes?
I'm assuming I was like most of the way up the wall that time. Then yelling this made me lose my focus. I slipped.
Okay, just look right now.
Get this up!
Angrily swearing as you fall. Seriously.
Your hand is slightly. Your hands.
That was in a populated town, not a fucking not a sand ninja farm.
And soon enough, both of you just kind of fall and tuck and roll, and you're safely on the ground. You see the guard post in front of you. The door is sort of.
Yep.
The door is slightly ajar, but from what you can see, the windows or whatever the little holes in the wall of windows, it's dark.
Yeah, I swear to God. What are you doing?
Jules is eating on the other side of the wall. She's trying to get her energy back.
She's
exhausted.
Stuffing leftover scorpion in her mouth.
She's
like, I can do this, guys!
She just tied herself to the rope halfway up and is just eating cream eggs.
You take a second to sort of look at more alertly than your peers, and although you don't see any like humans meandering around, you do see the briefest glimpses of shadows popping up here and there in the corners of alleyways and in whatever you can see from the distance. But otherwise, it's still deserted, you would say.
Laniel calls down to the three on the ground. Hey, we're not alone here. And then, are Suzuko and Aegon close enough where they could hear him if you shouted at them?
You have to shout quite loud.
Do I need to roll for that?
No, just shout.
Just scream.
Roll intimidate.
Well, I have a +7 to intimidate, so I could.
Yeah, so
I'll do it.
They will hear you.
Okay, so then I shout the same thing to them. I don't, basically, I don't see any people, but we are definitely not alone.
Okay. All right, so everyone's sort of geared up. All of you are, the three of you are wary, ready. Who wants to open the? Do you want to make a trap?
Trap check,
roll?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Roll.
That's just perception, is it?
Correct.
Give me +1. No, it's +1 to disabling traps, not finding them.
Yeah, so it's fine.
No traps here, sir.
you find no traps. You look around, you glance around. It's kind of like, no, nothing. You turn to Liana. It's like, no. Nothing. Okay, so who wants to open the door?
I guess I am.
Yeah.
Alright, so you sort of creak the door open slowly, very hesitantly. You find nothing really comes out of you yet, so you push it open, kind of we're back, ready to fight if anything comes at you, but you find nothing.
Aren't you two meant to be circling the city?
They found nothing.
Yeah.
They circled the
So-
entire city.
Smart.
They
Alright.
don't want to circle the entire city, mind you.
Oh,
Okay?
right.
The,
Just being
the
lazy.
GM hinted at us that we were not meant to circle the entire city, so therefore we did not.
Yes.
So as you, from the very dim light of the sun trickles into the room, and you can see that it's absolutely deserted. There's a few there's dust sort of lining the tables and chairs.
Any dead bodies?
It's quiet. It's a very good question.
Should I roll
Um,
Feeling
perception?
hungry?
Well, I don't think we need to roll perception to see dead bodies. Or smell them.
They could
There
be.
is a body slumped onto one of the tables on the side to your left.
I poke it with a sword.
You poke it with a sword. Okay. As you poke it, something sort of gushes out at you, coats your your knife.
I want to make a reflex save to dodge back.
Okay. Roll.
+6. 18.
All right. So yeah, you dodge easily. You sort of flick it off your knife with the disgusted look on your face, and as you peer closer to the man's blade there on the table, you sort of see like pus and goo sort of covering parts of his body that you wouldn't have otherwise noticed had you been
Suddenly, you
further
don't want to
away.
be here anymore. It was
Okay.
me looking forward to an entire city to loot.
Oh, we might. That still might be an option.
Oh, yeah, it's still an option, but we're gonna need like masks and gloves, and it's gonna be like med school all over again.
As you look around the room, you find that at the table in front of you guys, like to his right, in front, you find that there's a lever, and on top of the lever, it's labeled gate.
Right, I want to roll trap for.
Oh.
Oh, very nice. So using all of your ninja training and knowledge, you sort of look at it and investigate it.
In.
Feel the air around it, but you find that there's nothing there. It's just an innocuous lever.
Even if
Okay.
it's magical, I can detect it. Just so you know.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
An innocuous lever.
Liana takes the lever and pulls it to open up the gates.
Okay.
Well-
So as you pull it down, the gate sort of, you hear the loud sort of creaking as it starts to open inwards, and you see the iron sort of coming to view as it begins to come closer and closer as it opens up for Aegon and Suzuko. Glant, Laniel, as the gate opens, Laniel manages to touch on the ground, and he sort of stumbles to the group tiredly.
So actually, damn, I didn't see the whole debacle with the body then.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Like, we haven't
Liana,
even stopped to discuss that yet.
Yeah.
no, Liana takes out her cutlass and makes an offhanded comment about how she's not drunk enough for this yet.
No,
so-
the bars are probably
Yeah.
deserted as well. We're just gonna need to check the bottles are sealed. Having a look at this guy, I poke him with the sword. Not the sword. I pick up like a wood or something and push him so he falls off the table.
So the body is like we see pus and stuff on the body.
Well,
Not necessarily pus. You're not quite sure. You're not quite sure what
Okay.
it is.
Granted, the
but
only
it's
two
just
that
like
see
a
it are
ooze.
me and Jules.
Well, no, but wasn't there something on the body that, like,
Yeah,
not
pus
just spread
leaked
it
out
out?
and I cut it. I want to grab like, is there a stick or something I can grab that I'm not using my own items?
You find and you could find some sort of a pen maybe or a pencil. On the
Okay,
tables.
I want to grab one of the other chairs and use it to push his chair over.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I don't
Okay,
even
well,
need you to roll. You just push it over.
The body
Push him
slumps.
over. He slumps down.
No, like I want to knock him so he hits the floor with some impact, and then what happens?
Okay. All right. So, so you see that he hits the floor with impact, and he not half of his body, but some parts of his body sort of oozify and sort of begins to slime. Slime begins to sort of
No, I never did like slimes.
grow
Wait,
on the ground, just ooze around, and you begin to see his. When you can move to see his face, and it's sort of like eaten away by almost sort of this gooey substance, that's sort of dripping.